Hey everybody, Ken Compton from the Savvy Inspector, hanging out again with Coach Williams. Seems like that's all we do, hang out and make videos. So
Good day.
Welcome. I said earlier, you and I don't have anything else to do, so we just hang out and make videos together.
Yeah. What do you do on a Friday night, right?
Exactly. You know, one of the very frustrating things to me was when I would run a radon test. They're in an area of the metro Atlanta area where 50% of the homes in that area have elevated radon levels. And I know you guys have it way worse than we do where you are, but the agent will tell them not to buy any additional services. And that's pretty frustrating. So I think that it's my premise that the home buyer wants to buy a lot more from you than what some of us are offering. I just don't think we have it packaged the right way.
I agree, and I learned that the hard way myself. So, having the right package put together, having that presented correctly, because you're right, the agent wants the least amount of roadblocks as possible, and they see those things that your client really wants, radon, mold, whatever, septic, whatever it may be, as another potential roadblock. So being able to present that correctly to a client when they call in and making sure they do get what they want or understand what's available to them, be informative, I guess, is the key to that, along with a couple other things you can do on site as well. But that's been a real money maker for us to bundle that together and make it a nice little package.
And William, let me just correct myself a little bit. I certainly made a generalization when I said agents. Certainly there's a subsection of the market that wants their client to get all of the tests so that they truly get the home of their dreams. So we can't really, it was unfair to lump everybody together. But, you know, when Frank Luntz wrote the book, Frank Luntz is a pollster, and he wrote the book, What Americans Really Want Really. What he really found through those focus groups and studies that people want to call certainty home inspections and get everything. They want to get the termites. They want to get the home inspection. They want to get the septic, sewer, whatever it happens to be. They want to call Coach Williams' team and let them handle everything so they can get on to something else in their life. And that made packaging or bundling all across the business industry. Your cable TV provider bundles or packages. All of these people bundle and package now. Why shouldn't a home inspector?
Yeah, exactly. It only makes sense, you know. And our slogan that goes out there is, you know, one phone call, one contact, one invoice, all services. You know, and that's what we try to do, provide that service, because nobody wants to have to hang up, call a termite guy, hang up, call a radon guy, hang up, you know, and have 5 or 6 different people scheduled to be there. Matter of fact, we even take it to the extreme that some of the services we don't provide, we will make the hookup for you with the person that does and get the scheduling done, so that we're just creating that ease of scheduling to get what you want.
I mean, I think that's it. Be easy to do business with. Oh, we don't do that. Oh, we don't do that. You'll have to call someone else. Seriously? We do it, and you don't have to call anybody else.
Yeah, be a problem solver.
Your agents will love it. You'll love it. Now, William, by packaging or bundling your services, has it increased your profit margins?
Well, that's what I was alluding to a minute ago. Yeah, I mean, we've got it figured out now that every time we sell the complete package, it's about a $500 hit profit to the bottom line. So, and basically, you know, looking at that financially hardcore is just going through and saying, okay, how many of these did I sell? You know, how many molds did I sell? How many radons did I sell? How many termites did I sell? And so if you bundled all those together and you sold them all every time, what could you do that for and still make a decent profit? So that's kind of how we arranged it, where we landed. There are a lot of different companies out there that are successful doing this packaging and do it in different ways as far as pricing goes. Some guys don't provide any pricing break at all, and they're successful with it. So it's however you want to put it together. So yeah, it's what we call our 5-star package.
Now, let's talk about that old 5-star package. Americans are conditioned for it. They understand you get 5-star reviews. They get that 5-star thing. We don't have to explain it. But does that mean we have to have 5 products?
I knew you were going to do that to me. Yeah, I mean, that was my big misconception. I heard this 5-star, and I'm like, well, I don't have 5 services. You know, I don't have 5 services to put out there. And you recommended that I visit one of the other members' sites. And so when I went there, I seen that, guess what? He didn't have 5 services either. But he had a nice little package put together and a nice sales pitch on it. It's like you said, the folks want it. So if you can inform them of it, that it's available and the value that's involved in it. And then we took it one step further, which we'll share as well, and eliminated the financial burden of getting it done. So the fact that I can't afford it right now, a big lump sum anyway, is kind of out of the picture. It's like when you go shopping for a car, they don't give you the price of the car; they give you the monthly payment. Right. So it's kind of the same concept.
It is. And the 5-star package is really just your best service offering. It doesn't mean 5 products, 5 services. It means your best, most comprehensive service offering. And I think when you look at it that way, then you get it. Now, William, in the breakout session, we're going to teach them all about how it works, this, that, and the other. And we're actually going to teach them how to sell it. Because that's a big thing. Your neighbor down the street, your competitor down the street's $345, and you're $960. Okay, that takes some, as my good friends in the Spanish community say, splaining.
Yeah, it takes the right presentation, the right way to put it on the table. Correct.
And we are going to talk to you all about that in the breakout session, because offering a 5-star package will increase your profit margins drastically. You'll sell more services. They'll be packaged in the right way. Now, we only want you to have 2 service offerings. Your 5-star package and your standard home inspection. Okay, we have a standard home inspection. People understand what the word standard is. It's industry standard. Okay, so we don't want you to have 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, because the more choices you offer to consumers, the more paralyzed they get.
Yeah, I agree. I did that at the start. I had a 4-star and a 5-star. Everybody always took the 4-star. So when you eliminated that choice, you took care of that. It's the mindset that you see all the time. I'm sure all of us get these little advertisements, or they want you to sponsor. Here's a good one. We want you to sponsor our event. And you've got, the $50 sponsor, and you've got the $100 sponsor, and then you've got the, $250 sponsor. Well, the whole game of that is they want you to take that middle number, because that's what 90% of the people are going to do. And they just got that low one on the end because nobody wants to be that guy. So you want to do better than that. And you don't want to put out the big money, although some will, so it's there. But, that's their objective. When you got 3 choices, they want you to choose the middle. That's what most people do. So that's where they've got the price really set that they're after for their sponsorship. I see that all the time.
Right. So in this breakout session, we're going to share with you why you need to package, how to put an effective package together, and then how to sell that package, because that's the big issue. You can have a great package together, but if you don't know how to sell it, then that's an issue. And it starts with what your scheduler says from the minute he or she answers the phone. And so we're going to get in depth on that in there. This is William, I don't know if you would say this is kind of more of an advanced strategy. If you're trying to sell the package from the crawl space as the inspector, that might not be too successful.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. It's very difficult anyway. That's something else. As a one-man shop, and if you're answering your own phone like that, you've got a pretty big challenge to try to do that. So I think it'll be very tough to sell. You got to be able to concentrate and be able to focus in on the needs of that client and know that they feel like that you're solving their problems and supplying their needs.
Right. So if you're brand new in the business, or you've just been in the business for a short amount of time and you answer your own phone in the crawl space or attic, which we discourage, this might not be a breakout session for you. There's lots of others that work for you. But if you're having somebody answer your phone in your office or in your community, this is something that you can teach them to do. It'll be very effective. We'll also show you how to market it to your agents, so that they won't be against it, because that'll be a big issue. Because we say you need this and this and this, and they go back to their agent and she call back and say, we don't need that. Our agent said we don't need that. Right. Okay, so if you get agents in the process and let them understand how it works, you'll get less pushback from them.
Right. Yeah, we haven't gotten any pushback at this point. I'll just say one thing about the one-man shop, just listening to you talk there. I guess the exception to that might be if you're working a very affluent area, that's your target, and you've got, because I know there are some one-man shops out there that, don't pull out the driveway for less than $600. That's an affluent, area. So, and the reason I say this is because sometimes we sell that package just because A lot of the affluent are perceived that the most expensive thing is the best. And so I always want to spend the most money to buy that car or that, the top of the line. So they've got that mindset. So when they call and you say, you give your spill, they're always going to go for that. It costs more, so it must be much better. And I've got the money, I'm going to spend it. I wish everybody was that way. But it's very true. I think the affluent have a different mindset. They're not a hard sell. They want that anyway, and money is not the issue that it might be to the guy that's buying the foreclosure.
Right. They want Neiman Marcus, not Walmart.
Exactly.
All right. This will be a great breakout session. It's fun. It's interesting. I'm going to tell you, it's extremely profitable. This is another one. Don't miss.